There we go. Hey, folks. It's Papa D coming to you from David Delivers Space. We are back for a doubleheader tonight. Got two Starlink launches. First this evening, coming up here very shortly, just a couple minutes past the hour, will be Group 643, and that is launching out of Kennedy. It's booster number 1077, flight number 11 for this booster. Launch time is scheduled, like I said, for 7:05 Eastern, which by my clock's about 8 or 9 minutes from now. SpaceX should be going live here in the next 4 minutes or so. This is a 293rd Falcon recovery attempt, and that will be flight number 11, like I said. It was a 40-day turnaround on that one. So we have 23 mini-sats, version 2, putting about 22,800 kilograms into LEO, low Earth orbit. Everything looks good. All the feeds are looking good. So we are just standing by for the launch to come through. The second launch of the evening will be later this evening, and that will be coming out of Vandenberg. I'll give you the details on that when we finish up with this one. But we should be able to get some good outside footage that I'll be able to bring to you after the broadcast. And then also after we get done here, give you the update on Starship, the big exciting event of the week. We cannot wait. Hopefully we get a launch on Thursday. But that is one of the big things, if not the biggest thing going on in the SpaceX world this week. And all of us as fans and followers are looking very forward to that. So with that, we've got about a little bit less than a minute, I believe, before SpaceX goes live. And we will take you to that and then get ready to recycle for the second launch of this evening. For the second group, that will be, like I said, going out of Vandenberg. And I also want to take just a quick second. As always, thank you to SpaceX. We appreciate all they do in allowing us to have these feeds and share those with the public and educate. Also, thank you to my subscribers. We hit another milestone this week, and it's just phenomenal. I'm beside myself, excited with the number of people that have y'all have come out and subscribed and done all those things to be part of the family and watch what we do here. And if you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you in the family. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, do all that stuff. You'll be notified when we have live launches, coverages going off, and any events that we have going on. And it's going to be a busy week. A lot of Starlink work. We've got, like I said, Starship. We've got some... the Japanese shot is going to give it a second try, if we can get that covered. I think we had a couple Soyuz launches this week. There's a bunch going on this week. keeping us all busy. So I'm going to stand by. We'll pull that feed through as soon as we get it, and then come back with the details on the balance of the week. Hold on, folks, and enjoy the launch.
Stage 1 lock load is complete.
All right, folks, you can see we're at T-minus 2 minutes. A little bit of change. They came to us pretty quick, no warning, but we appreciate the feed. Stage 2 LOX loading is just completed. We're coming down to the last 2 minutes of the countdown. At 1 minute, the Falcon 9 will take over control.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
There we go. And we'll take over control, and we'll be in control of the flight autonomously since from that point forward, unless, of course, there's a ground halt or stop. And that will take place at T-minus 1 minute, and that'll be called out as a startup.
Ground gas closeouts.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Okay, vehicles in startup,
Go for
gas
launch.
closeouts are done, and hopefully you're going to see a nice launch. Again, this launch is taken off from the Kennedy Space Center, Merritt Island, Florida.
T-minus 30 seconds and counting.
And enjoy the launch, folks.
T-minus 15 seconds and counting. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Okay, and we have liftoff. That is Booster 1077 on its 11th flight to orbit.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Power and telemetry are nominal.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
All right, everything's
speed.
looking good. Vehicle has pitched downrange and is on its trajectory. We've gone through max Q, of course, which is the area of the maximum dynamic pressure that's placed on the spacecraft.
MVAC chill has started.
And they've begun the process of chilling the MVAC engine stage 2. That is so there's not a thermal shock when the engine ignites, which would absolutely obliterate the pump, along with just about everything else, probably. And we're about 40 seconds out, 45 seconds out from MECO, which is main engine cutoff. Stage separation will come shortly thereafter with the light of second stage, and fairing separations shortly after that. A lot happens in a very short period of time. I apologize, I don't have the details on how many times these fairings have flown, but they are reused fairings to the best of our knowledge. Coming up on stage set.
Main engine cutoff.
There's
Stage
MECO
separation confirmed.
and stage separation. You tell that booster has been used a few times.
Back ignition.
Looking up the length of the Falcon 9 booster, we'll be seeing those grid fins pop out. There you go. Falcon 9 booster now in the process of reorienting itself. Get the boost back going.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there are the fairings. Those fairings are about $3 million a piece, as I've said before. So every time they launch and recover, it's a $6 million nut that they've not have to deal with next time around. And that is part of the reusability. And that is Elon's vision. That is SpaceX's vision. The only part of the ship that is not reused is Stage 2. And once we start flying the Starship, everything will come back and be reused. And that is the ultimate goal, is to phase out the Falcon 9s, the Falcon Heavy, and rely 100% on the Starship.
Both vehicles are on a nominal trajectory.
Good call for nominal trajectory. Everything's where it's supposed to be when it's supposed to be. You can see at the left side of the screen, you'll see that the altitude, they've reached apogee. Well, they're close to it. They're still gaining a little bit of altitude based on the launch. But shortly, about a minute and a half, we'll be coming up on the entry burn. And when that happens, that'll be a relight of 3 engines. And those engines will dramatically brake both altitude and speed in preparation for recovery. You see those puffs of gas? That's the cold gas thrusters that are helping steer the stage 1 while it is getting lower and lower in the atmosphere. Once it gets into the thicker air of the atmosphere, the grid fins will take over and be the primary responsibility giver for the bringing the first stage back on to the recovery vessel. And you see at this point, altitude and speed. Altitude's burning off, speed is picking up, and that'll be slowed down by this entry burn, probably just about 20 seconds out. Stage 2 seems to still be nominal, 160 kilometers, and still picking up speed. And we'll be getting up on this entry burn here in just a second.
Both vehicles remain on a nominal trajectory.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
That FTS they called is the flight termination system. They safe that, so on re-entry we do not have a catastrophic failure due to a activated demolition charge. But that's what would be used in the event something went very wrong.
FTS has safed.
And FTS on stage 2 is now safed. Entry burn is now complete. And you'll see that altitude and that remaining speed burn off pretty quickly as the angle of the camera will show pointing and coming in towards the recovery vessel. And no matter what they say, everybody,
Both
it's
vehicles
always
following
fun.
a nominal trajectory.
Got a little confused there. I wondered if they were landing at LC1 and I just didn't have notes that said so. What I
Stage 1 transonic.
showed was let's see, just read the instructions was supposed to be the recovery vessel today. But as I was saying, it never gets old watching these launches. And I'm glad you all come out and watch them with me.
Terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And we have a landing burn on stage 1. And we should be coming up on, there's the recovery vessel. Just read the instructions.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And to my grandson Gavin, enjoy the landing, son.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Right on the numbers. Can't get any better than that, folks. Well, with that, we have recovery of booster 1077 for the 11th time. Second stage is still burning.
Shut down.
And there's Seco. We just got second engine cutoff.
Nominal orbit insertion.
And there we go. So they're in their nominal parking orbit until it becomes the point they will release the payload. All right. So you have now seen, like I said, that was Booster 1077's 11th flight. Sometimes it's just hard to tell where my hat is on this camera. But we had good flight, good launch, good flight, and good recovery. And this evening, I hope you come back again. It's I've already got it programmed in for the second flight of the evening, and that is Booster 1063 on Group 717. That'll be going off at 10:13 this evening. That's Eastern Time. Whatever time zone you're in, or UTCs and all that, I have no idea. But it's 10:13 Eastern, 9:13 Central. And it's Booster 1063. It's the 17th flight for that booster. So that's a member of the Grandpa Club. That was a 47-day turnaround. And that will be landing on the other recovery vessel, of course, I Still Love You. So, busy night for SpaceX. And looking forward to both of those launches for this evening, or the second launch for this evening. And just a little follow-up on the goings-on for the week. We got a lot going on this week. Everything is on the channel. It's pre-programmed and loaded in. If you want, just hit the notify button. You'll be notified when I'm going live. The big thing that we got going on for tomorrow, Crew 7 is undocking tomorrow at 11:05 from the International Space Station. Crew 8's up there, of course. We carried that live. And Crew 8 has been there for about a week now. It's time for Crew 7 to leave and come home. Like I said, they will be disembarking tomorrow, roughly 11:05 a.m. is what I was told. I'm going to try to carry that for you. The actual splashdown will be Tuesday morning at approximately 5:30 a.m. So it's going to be an early morning on Tuesday to bring that to you, but I will bring that to you. You can count on Papa D for that. Also this week, like I said, the big news, or some of the big news, is the Starship. And Starship is scheduled to launch on Test Flight 3. And that's Thursday. And the launch is supposed to be, and again, fluid on a test schedule. But it's scheduled for 8:30. SpaceX is going to go live at about 8. We're going to try to get live before that and bring as much to you as we can. Again, that is a dynamic situation because it is a test flight, so they've got really no window. They've got a window, but they can, as long as it's not something that's a problem, they can recycle what they need to. At this point in time, the Booster 10 and Starship 28 are the pieces of hardware that are going up, and that is, again, Thursday morning. If on schedule, liftoff test will be about 8:30 a.m. A lot going on in that flight. They've got a lot of things they want to get done, and I know listening to the interviews, Elon and Gwen and the other folks at SpaceX feel really good about it. Of course, the booster, the hot fire, the separation, they are going to, part of the flight profile is to open the doors, do a test of the fuel movement between small header tank, I believe, and the lower tank. Closing the doors again, relighting the engine, the Raptors, which has never been done. So there's a whole lot in that flight profile, and I'll bring that to you, and we'll talk more about that on Thursday, or before that. But going to be an exciting Thursday, and the good thing about it is they will be ready when they're ready, but we are really looking forward as a family to seeing this launch. The next Starship is on the test pad next to number 28. So 29 is out there. So if 28 meets its profile and finishes its mission, and there's nothing catastrophic that's got to be investigated and looked at, which we hope not, I foresee a very quick recovery and turnaround and testing to have 29 go up. Now, question is, that ought to be interesting. Is it going to land? Because at this one, the launch Thursday, the landings are both going to be in the water. Now, as a note, if you haven't heard already, originally the flight profile was set up to have these land out near Hawaii. That has changed. The flight profile has both landing in the Indian Ocean. The reason being, safety, a much longer landing corridor and flight corridor if something does go wrong. Also, they have a lot going on. Like I said, there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle that they're going to be trying to do it during this test. And that gives them, I guess, the room and the safety margin to get that all done. So, again, mark your calendars or get on the channel, hit the notify button. We'll notify you when it's time to log in when we go live and get this bird lit and get it in the air and do the happy dance because it's going to be a fun day. All right. Well, with that said, I'm going to cut the stream right now. And again, if you can come back, we've got the next stream this evening for Group 717 out of Vandenberg. Love to see you back. Thanks to the subscribers. Again, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the bell, ring the thing, do all that stuff. Trust me, you'll have a good time. And thank you to SpaceX and Elon and everybody over there because, man, they make it exciting for us. And I will see you back here 3-4 hours, about 4 hours. I'll be on, probably going live again at, what did I say, 10:13, probably about 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So we'll see you then, guys. Thanks again for everything. See you soon.